ain't been swimming. I'm the man now. Ain't I work a plan now. Can't I? I remember when you lame player.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Running on first down, Eckler. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Austin Eckler,
his 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the Falcons are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The slot man in motion right. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Well, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big, big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they'll get this down to the 10. 19 yards that time for number 19. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jordan Akins, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. To throw is Watson. Rolling to his right. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
The Ravens at 11-3 on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Being chased out left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, Watson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Eckler, they run left side. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ekeler going to get it again on second down. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here's Wilson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Akins.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Ekeler. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Once more, here's Ekeler. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Try to punch it in with Ekeler. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
Austin Ekeler with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Taking it about the 1. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
At their own 8-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Right back to him on first down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Falcons are going to get the football back at their own 17.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wilson. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Dancing to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. It's Eckler again. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Ravens take over the first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here. Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some room to work. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
77 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Watson.
And open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Third quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. The ball comes out, but it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Up the middle with Eckler. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great luck.
Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the 1st down.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Now it's Wilson.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler. He's got room at the 30.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 23. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson to throw.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Ravens are going to get the football back at their own 17.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Watson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson off play action. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Faking the give. Now Watson. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Now a give running left is Eckler, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the give, this is Eckler, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
The kick by McManus is good.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The slot man in motion right. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They'll cover the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.